are live. Yep. We're ready to go. Water check. Oh, I don't like that creature. Not a fan of that one. Alrighty. More Factorio already, indeed. Mostly because I was supposed to stream on Sunday, and I didn't do that. So we had one on Monday, and I think we're probably going to be finishing today. Or at least getting to the moon. Howdy, hey, pub. Turned around on me. There we go. Alright. Oh, look at that building around the, spaceship as well. Oh, what are they... Are they putting stuff into it? Ohayou gozaimasu. Howdy, hey, C8. Good to see ya. I think random side quests have something to say about that. I think we are past our random side quest of the stream. I think we've solved it. I think it's all good to go. This is... I think I will probably enjoy Factorio more in the space age stage of things, based on what Pub has shown me, because from what I've seen, thank you very much, Purple With Now. Thank you. Tier 1 sub. From what I've seen, the other planets seem more like puzzles than just a straightforward sort of automation kind of game. Like, how do you reach this goal under these specific conditions? And I think that is a lot more compelling to me within a game like Factorio than the base game is. I like Factorio because it has all of these systems that interact with each other in a lot of interesting ways. I don't necessarily like it so much for the pure automation aspects. So having to solve a puzzle under those conditions within this system sounds a lot more interesting to me than the base game does. If you really want to shake things up, drones change the game a lot. Yeah, they definitely do from what I've seen. Although it looks like in our playthrough we're probably not going to get to use them very much, if at all. I don't like the uneven stagger placement. Just found out you were NBA thinking conversation and was compelled to sub in seconds. Just so happening start stream as I did sub is funny. Oh, thank you, Purple. Our representation, of course, of course. Help, help. Thank you, Boulder, for the tier 1 Prime sub. Unfortunate that Mouse is trying to rip you off by streaming during your hours today. What? What? Huh? Mouse is streaming today? What? I didn't know that. Oh well. So that she hates me. She hates me. Partnered streamer Hellowitz Mouse stealing viewers from small affiliates like me. Terrible. Alright, so last stream, we got a lot done. The mouse jelly situation is crazy. Alright, so we have the concrete started. I don't know how much of this we want. I don't really feel like limiting this, so we're just going to keep making it, because you can never have enough concrete, baby. That's cement, baby. Concrete. We fixed our green circuitry problem by just making more of it over here. I don't know why I'm walking everywhere. I know I can use the map, right? So we've got, we made, over here, we made some more of it. Just injected it right into the line, and then we're good to go. Right? Solved that problem. We also added more copper. So now this is a full line. I forgot to put the radar back down. Hold on. It would probably be pretty important to have this just for being able to view the map. We got a good amount of stuff done yesterday. We also solved our power problems indefinitely, as far as I know. We got it all figured out now. Right? We set up the train line. They're kissing, and they deliver coal. So now the coal line is insured for all generations to come. Isn't it like 100 milliwatts? I mean, it's in the ballpark of 100. You know? Like, it's a fraction of it. We've solved power forever. It's all fixed now. Anyway. What was I? Why? I still don't know why I have these on the belt. You know why I have these on the belt? Because it's funny. That's why I have them on the belt. I have them on the belt because it's funny. Or the bus, rather. I feel like I'm a little sad here. Because in our old save... Hold on, let me save this one real quick. And then I'll load back our old save. Where is it? No, God help me. Just load it. In our old save... Oh, I did not set up any radars at all. I set up like one here or something to fill in the map while I waited. Where is it? Over here, we got Bus-chan up to 6 whole rows here. What do we even put on here? Where is all this stuff coming from? Howdy, Eva Snowball. Thank you very much for the raid. Okay, so on... have railroads? Okay, let's just look at all of this. What are we working with? All right. First one. Underground pipes. Engines. Above ground pipes. Green science. Belts. Inserters. Green circuitry. Copper wires. Here's stuff that all probably should be on the belt, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Steel. Good. Stone. Maybe. Good. Iron rods. Railroads. Why? Just why? What? Huh? Why? Plastic. Good. Red circuitry. I had this automated on this save? How? Surely I didn't have enough. Yeah, that looks like a problem. That looks like... Yeah. No, surely not. Surely not. Anyway, red circuitry, good. Sulfur, also good. Blue science, good. Coal, yeah, we want that. Stone, nice. Walls, why? Military science, good. Half of this stuff, I don't know why I ever put it on the bus. Although the answer was likely because it was funny. And I think that's good enough most of the time. However, I am sad that this time around, Bus-chan doesn't have the same bulk she did. Only 4 wide instead of 6 lanes. And that's even with putting inserters and belts on there, which I definitely didn't need to. Okay, now here's the question. Do I want red circuitry on the bus? I think I do. Why am I asking myself that question? We don't need to worry about that right now. We have more pressing concerns. Okay, I do want it on the bus. Now the other question is, no, I have this specifically ratioed for blue science. I have this specifically ratioed for blue science. So I'm going to make another array. Howdy, Lemonade. Welcome, welcome. Of red circuitry. That's what we'll do. That'll be our starting point. Go. Could make another green circuit array too. I mean, yes, I could. We'll see. If you don't, you'll run out of green and be unable to make blue. What if I just made the green for the red on site instead? And then whatever's left on this line can be for the blue. I think that sounds like a plan to me. Alright. I would look it on research. Personal Roboport. Inserted into armor to allow construction robots to work from your inventory. All this stuff sounds relatively good. Okay. So... no, we can queue that. We can queue those. Already queued. Okay. So what are we doing right now? I know we're trying to make a space platform. Cyclomatic is raiding with a party. Welcome, welcome, raiders. 2 separate raids. All right, hi. Howdy, folks. Hello. Thank you very much for the raid, Cyclomatic. Greatly appreciated. Playing a little Factorio here. Actually, my second time coming back to it. I streamed it before. Didn't do too well on it. And now this time, I'm having a much better time. I played a lot of Satisfactory in the meantime. Helped me understand automation games a little better. A lot better, I would say. So I'm having a much better time this time around. We are probably going to launch the rocket today, and that'll be the end of the stream playthrough. If I can collect my thoughts well enough to actually remember what I need to do right now. We need to make a rocket silo. So we have plenty of steel. We have plenty of pipes. We're making concrete right now. Space age soon indeed. Alright, so we have all the concrete we need. Good. So what we need to do this stream is processing units and electric engine unit. Processing units need sulfuric acid. Engine units need lubricant. So what that means is we need to set up advanced oil refinement. So the good part is that we can just sort of take all of this, and we've already got water coming to all these plants, which we need, which will give us more yield in the first place, so it's good. Well, it'll give me more yield, but hold on. Will it require more crude oil? No, same amount of crude oil. Okay, cool. Then, how much crude oil is this processing? Ingredients, 6,000 crude oil. Okay. How much is each of these processing per minute? 1,200 crude oil. Oh, that's per 5 seconds. Okay. Gotcha. So if I have it set to that, yeah, 1,200 per minute. Gotcha. Gotcha. Howdy, Empire. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so... Yep, we're just going to tear all of this down. We don't need to worry about that. We're tearing all of this down. We'll keep most of this infrastructure here, because we're definitely going to just, you know, still have sulfur and plastic as part of our bus. But for now, we are just going to disconnect power so it doesn't produce anymore. And just start tearing it all down so that we can build the advanced oil processing. Now, what I like about oil processing is it is dealing with like a finite like set kind of resource. And what I mean by that is when it comes to pump jacks and refining oil and stuff like that, I have this field of oil and I have a limited number of nodes, and I know that I'm using 100% of the available nodes. Which feels to me like maximum yield, and I feel like the math can work a lot easier on that. It just helps me sort of understand that I am doing everything that I possibly can. And there's no way for me to sort of, like, squeeze out more productivity from that resource yield. Which I like quite a bit. I remember oil processing being my favorite part of Satisfactory as well. For much the same reason. There are very limited oil patches in Satisfactory, and the way that everything ratios out makes it feel like you can pretty confidently just have a node and do everything you possibly can with that node and not have to worry about doing more with it. I like that a lot. So now we want these to make complicated oil processing. Which means, in addition to oil, they are going to need water. How do I want to set this up? So is this 1.1 or 2.0? I'm not sure. I'm playing with Space Age, and I have a couple of quality of life mods to sort of tamp down on a lot of the stuff that like really messed a lot with my enjoyment of my first playthrough. Biggest one that I can point to is infinite resource nodes. These running out just gave me undue stress. And really scrambled my ability to understand the game systems at like a comfortable pace. Inventory's full. Plonk one of these down real quick. Oh, go. Where's the toxic Yuri? Hold on. There it is. There's the toxic Yuri. It's all over there. Where's my car? I think I abandoned my car in the woods. I just can't keep track of the damn thing. Okay, so we need to get water into here. Is the Yuri train working properly? You know it is. That's not true. You really don't know it is. It's me. You're right to ask. Okay. Here's what I think I'm going to try to do. Like so. Best of luck getting to space. I need to go take care of things. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for the raid. I greatly appreciate it, man. Seriously. Thank you. Hope you have a good one. Okay. There's the oil. Water's coming along. Good to go. There's probably more efficient ways to do this. But I don't think I care. So we're not gonna do it. How much water do these pipes carry per minute? And then Sworn, hello. Howdy hey. This is 1200, so I need 3 pumps. Right? Is that right? I would need at least 3 pumps, yeah. Let's make 2 offshore pumps. 1200 per second. Oh, not right. 1200 per second. How much is that per minute? Yeah. Yeah, I think we might have enough water. Just like just based on like a general kind of like a guess, like an estimation of like how much we're working. Like, I mean, we do have 72,000 per minute. Um, but like 3,000, that's still in the thousands, you know. So I don't know. We'll play it by ear, you know. Um, okay. How do we want to divide this? I think what I would like to do is have my what would I like to do? I want to make plastic and sulfur down here at the bottom so that I can easily just have them go directly to the bus via the usual channel. I think that would be nice, personally. I think you're going to get in the way of what I'm trying to do here, so I have to eliminate you. Which is to say I have to move you to a new home. There we go. That'll give us some room. Okay, so what do we need to make? We need to make... Let's put down some assemblers. Okay, so I'm going to need to make processing units and engines. How many of these per minute should I be making? I don't know. Green circuitry, engines, lubricant. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more green circuitry. How many of these should I make per minute? I don't know. Well, we need a lot of them. Is 6? Just check your current science production. $48 per minute, 48 per minute. Blue chips per minute probably depends on how many silos you plan to set up. For the purpose of this stream, I'm just launching the rocket, so I assume I only need the 1 silo for now. If I continue to play off stream, I'll want to obviously make more of that. But if my purpose, if my goal is just to launch the rocket, if I'm just trying to get to space, what is a good starting number to use? Like, what's a good number to shoot for? 6 feels like this feels like probably good. 6 of them. 30 in total. You might at least want to build a platform for white science. Gotcha. You're saying I should go for 30 per minute? Am I understanding you correctly? I'm having a hard time. Sorry about that. You need at least 30 blues. 30 blue assemblers? Eight circuit assemblers. Okay, we'll go for 8. One rocket equals 30 blue circuits. Okay. This feels nice to me. These ratios feel nice. So we will make 8. We'll just make 8 of each. Okay, we'll shoot for 8 of each. All right. If we're shooting for 8 of each, that means we need 180 sulfuric acid per minute and 540 lubricant per minute. Okay. So this is going to yield a total of 3,300 petroleum, 2,700 light oil, 1,500 heavy oil. Lubricant is made with heavy oil. Am I also going to need solid fuel? I think I remember needing... Yeah, I need solid fuel as well. Okay, so I think what we can do is split our heavy oil between lubricant and solid fuel. Does that sound right? And split our lubricant between solid fuel and heavy oil, or solid fuel. Sorry, split our heavy oil between lubricant and solid fuel. And then sulfuric acid, we didn't need any of that. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, it's going to be okay. You're going to figure it out. What do we use light oil for then? Oh, right, rocket fuel. Yeah. Okay. Okay, gotcha. So... All right, we'll start with heavy oil because that one seems we just make as much lubricant as we need and use the rest to make heavy oil. That sounds good to me. So we will split that off first. Oh, come on now. That's slightly annoying. It's only going to be a problem for this one, unfortunately. Is there anything more that we can research? There is. Okay. To launch one rocket, you need 50 processing units. Gotcha. Here's how I want to do this. One... How do I want to do this? I feel like I should have left some space between the machines so that I could cleanly... I think that... Yeah, okay, gotcha. So this would go... That, one, that... This can weave... across like so. Move across like so. This can move across like so. That looks right, I think. That's what I want to happen. Right? Yeah, I think so. Go around the rocket. Give ourselves more space up there. Oh, I ran out of light poles. Damn. Gotta go grab some. Okay. So now we've got that all split into different oils. We're making all the oil we can there. Grab some of these ones. There we go. Yoink. That should be enough. Now we want to figure out how we want to break this down. What do we need water for? One of these needs water. I see, I see. Okay, so... yeah, we need to use the petroleum to make sulfur, and then we turn the sulfur into sulfuric acid, which means we're going to need to bring some iron plates up here. Or alternatively, water down there? I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. What are we using the sulfuric acid to make? This. Okay. So yeah, we want to probably make the sulfuric acid. We want to bring water to where the sulfuric acid needs to be made, rather than make the sulfuric acid here and then pipe it to where these are being, I think. Right now, let's just do heavy oil. So, heavy oil, we are working with 1,500 of it. We need 540 lubricant, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know why I dismantled those. It would have been really nice to... we'll keep these up here just so they can check for reference. We're making that, and we're making those. We're making 8, which means we need 540 lubricant. So, take an assembler. You're going to make lubricant. No, lubricant's made in a chemical processing. A chemical processing plant, yeah. Yep. Make lubricant. This takes 600 per minute. Is 1 to 1. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So then we have 900 left over that we can turn into solid fuel. Please ratio cleanly. That would be really nice for me. I'd like that a lot. Really? Really? Why do you have to make my life difficult? Why do you have to do this to me? Well, it probably won't be that big of an issue. Will it? Because this is making more than we need. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll work out. So what we want to do is set up our chemical plants. How do we want to set these up? How do we want these configured? I have a feeling we're about to make some delightful spaghetti. Lubricant, that'll be... no, we want lubricant on the outside, solid fuel on the inside, because we're going to use the solid fuel in conjunction with other resources to make other stuff. Solid fuel is going to be combined with light oil to make rocket fuel, which we make in an assembling machine. Okay. There we go. I can probably fit these a little bit further in. Don't compact things. Give yourself space. Processing. So, you're going to make solid fuel. You're going to make lubricant. Which means I'm going to need inserters to take that, or an inserter to take that. Good. Lubricant is used in this, so we are just going to probably have to pull this over to where the lubricant is being made, or where the engines are. So for now, I don't know. Go up here into a silo or something. Do I have silos on me? I do. Okay. There we go. And then I'll figure that out later. Whenever possible, I should probably be using these underground ones. Go. Okay. Then solid fuel is going to go into machine. We're working with how much light oil? We have 2,700 light oil. And if we want to make... What do we want to make with the light oil? Right. Those are assemblers. Okay. So... Got an assembler. Make rocket fuel in here. With 2,700 light oil, we can make a whole fucking lot. Wow. Alright. It's 1-to-1. Shit. That's rough. I'm trying to do too much in my head all at once. I think. How much rocket fuel do we want? How much rocket fuel do we need? Not how much do we want, how much do we need? And what's the conversion rate for light oil to solid fuel? It is 10-to-1. Can't help you with ratios. I never do math in this game. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm ruined. I'm ruined. 10-to-1. That's rough. I forget what we did with our petroleum at this point. As well. Shit, that's not good. Shit. Just build one of everything, then build more if there's a bottleneck. That's insane. You're insane. That's probably not insane. That sounds like a really effective method for judging whether you need more or less of something. Yoink. Yoink. I didn't need more of these. Hold on. I don't particularly care. I do need more of those, though. Okay. I'm getting a little bogged down. I don't remember how much plastic and sulfur I was making before, but I would like to make the same amount. No, I need to make more because I need to make a certain amount of sulfuric acid. I need 180 sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is made where? In a chemical plant? Sulfuric acid, how much do I need to make 180? That, okay, gotcha. So I just need the one machine making sulfuric acid, which means I need 300 sulfur. At least 300 sulfur per minute. Good. I can work with that. How much does one machine make in terms of sulfur? Makes 1,200. So we need 3 machines making sulfur. Good. How is sulfur made? Sulfur is water plus petroleum gas. Okay, we can work with this. I can understand this. So, chemical plant. 1, 2, 3 of them. You're going to make sulfur. Nope, I can't put them like that because I need to weave water in between. Okay, so I need to do this. So the water can split off and come down. I think I want it a little... I need to do the same thing I did with weaving here, which means I need 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah. Sorry, I'm not very good at spatial reasoning, so my head is kind of doing backflips right now. Let me try and set this up the same way that I did here. We want... You're making sulfur. So we want this set up like that. And the water can come through like that. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. That's all the sulfur we're going to need to make. That is going to use how much petroleum? 5,400 petroleum. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, so I need more oil then. Right? Simple as that. I don't have enough to make what I need. So I want more oil. Right? Where's my oil? Oh my fucking god. Oh dear lord. You can crack heavier oils into petroleum? Well, okay then. This is gonna hurt my head. Because I still need to make plastic as well. Yeah. Use circuit conditions to make an overflow valve and just crack anything excess. I'm not sure I understand, but we'll figure it out. Do I need plastic for anything? What's plastic used in? Red chips. Okay. How much did I use making this? 180. Okay. So I need at least 180 per minute, but I probably want a lot more than that. Let's just go for double 360. That sounds good to me. So I'm going to need 3 of these as well. That's rough. Because I'm going to need to crack a lot of my heavier oils into petroleum if I want that to succeed. I'm just going to put it directly up against it. It fits nicely in there. Okay. You don't need to, but you can link pumps to storage tanks. I probably should, honestly. I'm going to build some storage tanks up here for each resource, yeah. This go there. I think just for the sake of visual consistency, we're gonna set this up like this. Petroleum, I also want you to come here. Okay. Now I've got storage tanks set up for each of those. You're gonna make plastic. Okay. Okay. So, it seems like what I really want to do here is crack all of get all of my petroleum resources first and crack my other oils into petroleum to satisfy that, and then I can use whatever's left for that isn't cracked for the other resources I need. Do I have that right? Yeah, I don't want to crack all of it. I just need to crack enough of it to satisfy my petroleum requirements first. These need coal. Fuck. Recommend you also pump crude oil into tanks. Good point. Hold on. Make a tank for it up here. Okay. We need this coal to come over here. I'd prefer to not have it directly next to the spaceship. Possible. Get up real quick. Should be able to weave through. Good. Then we want 3.3. Like that. Set up inserters here, here, and here. Power poles there, there, there. Okay. I don't like that for some reason, so we're going to connect it down here first. There we go. Okay. So, we need 5,700 more petroleum. Well, shit. And if I want to crack heavy into it, I'm gonna have to do heavy to light, then light to petroleum? You're fucking with me. And I still need to make solid fuel. Oh, Christ. Okay. What's the conversion rate on this? It looks like... Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Ratio is... Okay, well, per second. 1 to 20, as opposed to 1 to 10. So it's more efficient to turn light oil into solid fuel than to turn heavy oil into solid fuel. So I should use heavy oil to make lubricant as much as I need, which is just one processing plant, and then crack the rest of it into light oil. And that'll be all I have to do with heavy oil. Okay. So we want one thing of lubricant, which just is straight heavy oil. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to set this up to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A little annoying that I set it up facing the wrong way now, but I could give a shit at this stage of my current mental capacity. That's going to drive me slightly insane. No, it's fine. I'll be slightly insane then. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. It's... I know I can do a turn while dragging, it's just the way my brain works, I need to make sure I'm careful with my placement so I understand everything that's going on. Okay, so we've got this done, and then I need to process this sulfur into sulfuric acid. But I want to do that on site. So I don't need to do any of that there. We are done processing petroleum at this spot. Plastic gets used directly for red circuits. We're going to use 100% of it because we're using 180 here. We're going to duplicate this setup to use the remaining 180. We are at full capacity using all of the plastic we are producing. Okay. Good. And then when we need to make sulfuric acid, we will just take water, pump it to wherever the sulfuric acid needs to be created, and we're good to go there. So we don't need to do anything else with petroleum in this spot. We're done. Now, I need to crack my heavy oil into light oil. So I need to process my heavy oil into lubricant, which I will pump wherever it needs to go, and into heavy oil, or into light oil. So let's set up a buffer for lubricant, because we're going to need one. So now we want chemical plant, which we're going to put on our hotbar because we're going to be using a lot of it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make him up here. There we go. This is the one that'll make lubricant. This is just going to come right across. It's not going to come right... We'll do underground because we want to use underground whenever possible. Okay. So that'll make lubricant. Separate them by 1. Leave a little room to put a power pole here. That's making lubricant. There we go. Even though it doesn't have the resource capacity it needs, we're just going to start making this stuff as well. And I no longer care about the copper wire spaghetti that's happening down there. We'll figure it out. Okay. Then I actually don't know. We need 900. What's the conversion rate cracking heavy to light? So I'm going to need to change how this is set up. I still didn't know what the conversion rate is. Cracking heavy to light is... Oh, come on. You have to make it this fucking 4 to 3. Really? 4 to 3? That's annoying. But okay. I can work with that. What's it per minute? What's it look like per minute? Yeah. Okay. So that means... Got 900 left. So I don't actually know how much I'm going to have. But that means that we can only make one machine. You're going to make light oil. Water's going to need to come in there. So you're going to go that. This pipe can come on down. What pipe system is that one interacting with? Pipe in the way? There we go. Okay. There we go. That's heavy oil done. So now we need to take all the light oil we can and process it into at least 5,700 petroleum. Are we going to have enough for that? How much light oil do we have? 2,700. Well, 2,700 plus however much this ends up being able to make. I don't know. I'm just going to use the baseline of we have 900 to work with, 450. So we are going to have a total of per minute. Well, no, that was per second. Shit. It's fine. It's fine. Stop overthinking it. 3150 per minute. That doesn't sound right. I don't think that's right. How close are we to rocket? We are currently in the process of making the final parts to make sure that we'll have rocket fuel and we can launch the rocket and build the silo. We're in the setup stages for the last two pieces we need to automate in order to make the rocket silo itself. And then we are also going to be making rocket fuel. I haven't thought about this. Fuck, that's more plastic. Shit. Shit. I probably won't need this many. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Don't worry too much about it. Don't worry too much about it. Figure it out. I'm just going to do it like that. I don't particularly care about having it be actually balanced. There we go. Okay. Alright, alright. Stop overthinking it. Just work with what you have. Make what you need to make right now. You just make less of everything if you're resource starved. It'll just take a bit longer. That's true, yeah. Nope, wrong ones. I wanted to make 8. What if I just make 4 per minute? That's a lot more manageable. Sure. I only need to make 36 red circuits per minute. How much red circuits am I making here? 90, considerably less. That would give us how many per minute of each? 18 per minute. I need 200 of each. So it would take about 10 minutes. Okay, we can work with that. We'll do 4 instead. That changes a lot of the ratios in my head then. Alright, I think now that I've halved it, I think I'm at a point where it's just, like, you know, don't worry about it. Sorry, I dropped something. Alright. I think now I'm just gonna make shit. I'm just gonna do it, and then I'll figure out the bottlenecks later. I think C8, I'm just gonna do your method. I'm just gonna make shit, and we're gonna figure it out later. That sounds like the only thing that will probably be able to save my sanity at this current point in time. So that's what we're gonna do. So right now, we just need to... I don't know what we need to do, in all honesty. I need more petroleum. Or do I? Can I make less of both of these now? 240? 240? I think I could. Right? What am I using the sulfuric acid to make? Using sulfuric acid to make this. And if I'm making less of it, if I'm making half of it, I can definitely cut down on a little bit of it, right? So, this needs sulfuric acid. I only need 90 per minute. I only need 90 per minute, which means making a chemical plant. 90 per minute. The most basic recipe takes 3. Per second. I'm getting caught up in my head again. Give me a second to stabilize. Okay. What am I using my light oil for? I was gonna make rocket fuel. How much rocket fuel do I need? per minute. 1-to-1 ratio. How much rocket fuel do I need? I don't even know how much I need to launch the rocket. Okay, here's what we're going to do. 50 per minute probably if we're not fueling trains with it. Okay. Just 510, 510. I'm probably going to just do less than that, to be completely honest with you. I need to turn my light oil into petroleum. That's what I need to do. I need to turn my light oil into petroleum. That's what needs to happen first. It needs to be turned into petroleum so that I can get this done. So, in order to turn light oil into petroleum, we need water and light oil. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get rid of one of these just to downsize a little bit. I'm sure it'll be fine. What's going on upstairs, man? What's going on upstairs? Calm down. Alright. I need how much more petroleum? 4,500. Conversion rate of this. 900 makes 600. 3 to 2. Oh, this is going to drive me insane. This is going to drive me insane. It would be a lot easier if I could just find another oil patch, but the closest one that I can seem to find is there. God, I miss Satisfactory. I miss Satisfactory. You're not pumping all oil spots in your current patch? That would change things pretty significantly, yeah. Combat. Where's the fucking car? Where's the car? Where's the car that I just made? How did I miss these? How the fuck did I miss these? Are there any more that I'm not using? No, just those two. That's really annoying. Okay. Okay. There. There. How much more is that giving us? 1,400. Where's my car? Stop. Just repair it. I'm going through it right now a little bit, Hooli. I won't lie to you. Trying to get everything understood for fluid dynamics. And I'm coming to the realization that I'm probably going to need to tap another oil well if I want to meet the needs of launching the rocket today. And the next nearest oil patch is in the middle of who fucking knows North Pole. Now we have some more oil to work with. I wish I stayed there so I could see how much I'm working with. Fuck. Oh, boy. Alright. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to take my headphones off because the noise is really hurting my ability to think right now. How can I tell how much oil I have total to work with? Is there something that I can look at that will tell me how much I have? Other than, well, I guess I know how I can do that. I can go over to where all of my pump jacks are, and I can use the rate calculator to see how much oil we have to work with. So we'll come down this way. We'll check it out using the rate calculator. Rate calculator. Making 79.20. We're only using 6,000. 79.20. 79.20. 79.20. 7920. 7920. One machine uses 1,200. If we have 7920, we're using 6,000. We can use one more. We can make one more machine. Okay. This is going to get a little fucked up, but it is what it is. That's what I get for building it so close. Pipes. I need to go get more pipes. Really wish I had invested in some ways to make myself move faster without the use of a car, but we are here now, and there's not a lot we can really do about that. Grab some of those, grab some of those. Reverse over it all. Get back to where I need to. Okay, 7920. Advanced oil processing. If you press H, it will flip the fluid input. You mean... That's what H is doing. G? G's not doing anything. It's fine. I don't need to worry about that right now. Okay. We're there. This can just go directly like that. This can go like that. Honestly, it's not coming down any further than it is right now. This go... It can't go like that. really does anything, but... There we go. Okay, it works. Good enough for me. What does that give us? Now we have... We need 3840 petroleum. That's still a massive deficiency to make up. Is there a reason to leave the crash ship and build around it? Not really. It's just aesthetically interesting. Okay. You're making way more sulfur than you need. Yeah. How many... Just tell me point blank right now. I don't give a shit about the math. How many sulfur machines do I need? Tell me 1, 2, 3. No, I don't give a shit about literally anything else. Tell me how many to make. 1 sulfur. Okay. Done. One sulfur, 2 plastic. Oh, had it right. There we go. So, okay. Probably move this down. I would like to move this down. It would give us considerably more space to work with. Okay. Tear all this up. Aren't hurting anyone. They're just going to idle if they overproduce. That, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. I already tore it all down. I have... Sorry. Let me just not say anything for a second. I started to babble and it made me panic. Alright. 1 and 1. 1 and 2. We're just going to work with that. We can probably make more, but that's what we're going to make. One and 2. Here we go. Just because I'm just going to use long ones. I'm going to use long inserters. Need this around the whole thing. There. Two, 4 long inserters. Okay. Just because I want to fill this. Oh, because of the pipe there. Don't fuss about making it look good. Make it work. There we go. You're making plastic. You're making sulfur. Hi, Ruby. You're good to go. All right. Sulfur plastic, done. How much petroleum am I using? I need 240 more. I can work with that. All right. That I can understand. So, we're going to take our light oil. How many machines we're going to need, or how many we want to make. This one is going to turn light oil into petroleum. That's going to make 600. That's more than enough. One machine. We're good to go. There we go. That's all this one is going to do. Leave a little space in between each machine so that I can understand it better. That's what's going to happen. We're good to go there. All right, nice. Leave it like we did all the other ones. I don't think we need water for all of these. We don't need water for all of these because we're turning the rest of these. We're turning some of these into solid fuel. So we just need the water for the one. We're not weaving anything else. That's all we need. Okay, good. Good. So now we just need to weave light oil through. Here we go. Light oil's through. Good. Now we want a 1-to-1 ratio of light oil to solid fuel. I'm just assuming that we're using the max, even though I know we're not. 900. So how much do we have left to work with? We have... Fuck you for giving me numbers like this. I hate you so much. Oh my god. This makes a clean 900. Perfect. Okay, so that's gonna... Okay, good. Alright, good. Good. This is gonna crack directly into the line. That's gonna just go right to there. Don't even have to worry about it. Cool. Nice. Good. I like that. I'm using underground... Well, underground actually doesn't do anything at all. So above ground it is. Okay. So, we have this much to work with. 3240. 3240. Makes 60 solid fuel. 60. 10-to-1. Fuck. I don't know. How much do we need for rocket fuel? We need... So... That's 2 machines. 3 machines. Two assemblers per chem plant. How many chem plants do we want to make? How many chem plants can we make? Let's say we were to take half of this. 32. We can make 2. I want to divide it even. No, it's 1-to-1, so I could make a lot more solid fuel. Or, yeah, I could make a lot more solid fuel. Making it in a smaller amount and still have it be equal the amount of light oil that I have. So I could make 3 of these. And still have more than enough light oil left over. Okay. Okay. All right. These are going to make solid fuel. Good. Then solid fuel. 2 assemblers. So I can make 6 solid fuel. You can put solid fuel and rocket fuel in your car to make it zoom faster. That's nice. Thank you. I can make 6 of these. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rocket fuel. Go. Comes right along the top. Comes along the bottom. I'm trying to see if I can avoid using long inserters because I don't feel like making more of them. Yeah, that'll work. Sure. I guess so. Yeah. Okay. And power. Just like that. Okay. That's rocket fuel. Right? Rocket fuel done. We're making rocket fuel. Is rocket fuel a liquid? No, it's a solid. Okay. All right. There it is. We made one. Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot. Your design will deadlock eventually, but don't worry about it. You'll have enough fuel to make a rocket. That's all I need to know. All right? We're not trying to make it pretty. We're not trying to make it functional. We're not trying to make it forever. We're trying to make it work right now. All right, we are. This is a Band-Aid project, through and through. I suggest putting the fuel in a box. I think that's a pretty good idea. That's probably not where I want that. I don't want to. I don't want to put that in another power pole, but I give a shit. Go. There you go. Wee, yippee, yay, nice. Okay, there we go. All right, rocket fuel done. We have rocket fuel. We have lubricant. What do we need the lubricant? We need the lubricant so that we can make electric engines. So let's do electric engines next. We're going to make 4 of each. That's our end goal. Okay. We're making progress. We're making progress. We're making progress. All right, we are done researching everything that we can at this stage, so let's tear down the lab. Nice oil setup. Thank you. Worked out pretty well. We've danced our last. Clean this all up. That was a fun lab array to set up. I enjoyed that. It was a good time. Inventory is full. I so desperately wish... Okay, well. Okay, well. Wish granted. I guess. I don't know how it works, but wish granted. All right, now that that's clear, we can start making electric engines. We need 4 per minute. Let me grab a bunch of assemblers. 4 per minute, we're going to need lubricant, which we have plenty of up there by our oil setup. Wow, this really... That's all full. Nice. So lubricant, check. I think I'm just going to make more electric circuits on site. That seems perfectly fine. I don't think we're really going to need that many for 4 per minute. Or 4 assemblers. To be at capacity. So, set that down. Just stop. All right. So, 4, 18, we need 36 circuits per minute. 36 circuits per minute, and how many engines did it say per minute? These also... No, okay. Those use pipes? Interesting. I can just manufacture the pipes on site. Yeah, I'll manufacture the pipes on site. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 18 per minute of these. Nice clean ratio there. Good. So we're going to need 4 engines, 4 engine assemblers. And we need 36 of these. 1. Good. Okay. I can work with that. So we'll start with the 1, I think. Or should we do the engine first and then... How do we want to do that? What do we want to do? Don't think too much about it. We're making 2 of these things and they're both going to feed into the 1 thing. So how do I want to set this up? I think what I want to do is 1 thing feeds into middle, feed in on both sides. We want belts in between. Yep, okay. Hold on. I have an idea. Which is 1, 2, 4. Inserters only feed onto one side of the belt. Right? Right? Well, no, because we need to manufacture more stuff. Right. Okay, that doesn't exactly work. I have a decent idea, but I need to execute on this better. All right. The circuits we can make just on their own and then add them to whatever's going on. Well, we're going to make the engines first. Okay. So we need to make 4 engines. 4 engine assemblers, rather. So that is going to require 36 pipes per minute. If I want to make pipes, 36 pipes per minute, how much do I need? 1 assembler. Okay, good. So, we basically had a perfectly fine setup already going. Okay. So, this will make pipes. Put it on a belt. That belt will go... 2, 3, 4. This will be engines. Engines will be deposited onto a belt here. Four. I need to account for the lubricant as well. Here's what I'll do then. These are going to be that. Lubricant will come down like that. This can go down and around. And no, have it come down a little further. Up like that. Like that. And then this will be the one circuit machine. Okay. I think this is all working so far. What's the ratio between electric motors and engines for production? We need 72. Did this change? I don't remember it being that many. We need 72 per minute. Oh, all of this is wrong now. What was it? What did I have it at before? Did I have it at 2? I don't know where I got... Oh, hold on. This is the ratio that I have. I was upping that to 4. Sorry. We only need 18 engines per minute for this. We're making 18 engines per minute with this. We have it all properly ratioed. We're fine. This needs iron. It has iron. I need 4 long assemblers. 4. 2, 3, 4. I do have long assemblers in the mall. I should go grab some. Well, next time I need to go to the mall, I'll do that. This needs iron plates and copper cables, which I will need to manufacture myself. How many copper cables do I need? 270. This is why I should have had copper cables on the bus. That's why I should have had copper cables on the bus. Alright. I need... They take up too much space. But what if I want my bus to be absurdly large? What if I think that's funny? Alright. 2. Here we go. Copper cables. Like that. Neat. Okay. 2. Alright. And then when all this is made... I don't have a place to put it. 3, 2, 3. The fucking things I do just to make this shit comprehensible for me. It's incredible. Oh boy. Yeah, because this is gonna go on. This goes on the bus. Yep. All right. Okay. And pipes. Go like that to that. And now we just gotta go all the way over there to get some lubricant. I don't have it on me. Turn this down real quick. And hopefully I have enough landfill that I can just go right across this lake. Hopefully, I'll have enough. I pray I have enough. In the meantime, we can get these all started up. Now I get power back down to the coal. Okay. I'll start it up. What are you missing? Oh, right. Shit. I still need... Yeah, that. Huh. How am I going to do this one? Gears are right there. Okay. And then I need steel. There we go. The perfect crime. Charming, is it not? Beautiful. Beautiful. Now what? Now I need to get landfill. We'll be getting the sauce for the spaghetti in just a second. If it's stupid and it works, it's not. Exactly. Exactly. Let me grab some long arm of the law. Some more belts. More of those too, please. You cannot insert underground belt. Inventory is full. Well, you know what? I think that's a problem for, this... All that down there. The trash section of the inventory that I don't know how to empty. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, we came down here to get landfill. Need logistics robots? Alright. So it's a problem we won't solve. Good old trash chests will also work. Alright. So. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Oh no! We're gonna have to go through it! Alright. The idea you put down landfill just to use underground pipes is hilarious to me. Can they go over water? And I'm just not aware of that? They can't? Okay, gotcha. Just conceptually very funny then. I agree with you. Alright. So. There's the sauce for our spaghetti. There we go. God, this is a thing of beauty. I gotta say, I think I really well and truly have outdone myself. I can do a little better. Hold on. I have standards. I know it doesn't look like it, but I do have some standards. Give me a second. There we go. Why you didn't just direct insert from the cable assemblers is just peak? Hmm. You know, I didn't think too hard about it. I don't think you should either. Yeah. Yeah, listen, your life will be a lot easier if you stop worrying about everything so much. That's why mine is extremely simple and perfectly understandable to the layman. Alright? It just works. You don't understand, Pub. I'm saving those for later. I'm saving those for later. I think. For some reason, I thought I needed them for something else. So I probably did, so don't worry about it. I do like that since I've deleted all this, this science just goes underground forever, and now it's gone. It's interred into the earth. Fucking telltale heart over there. Alright! We've got our engines. I need how many of them? 200? Fuck. I would like to collect them somewhere. There we go. Perfect. How many of these? Stack is 50. We need 200. There you go. Oh. Good to know. Thank you. I don't know why I put them on the bus. I don't think I needed them on the bus. They're going on the bus all the same. Bus Chan needs to get a little buffer. What mod shows the green pause dot on assembly machines? I don't... Automatic, bottleneck. I think it's bottleneck. This one. Need electric motors for robots, so it's fine. Alright, perfect then. Nice. Putting everything on the buses? Well, it's certainly... Listen, Bus Chan needs to grow up nice and strong and healthy. How can she do that if I don't put everything on the bus so she can beef up? She's a growing girl. She needs her protein. I was promised Toxic Yuri. You're looking at it, pal. This entire factory is powered by it. Where'd I leave my car? Fuck. I just keep abandoning my car. Oh well, we'll make another one. Another car battery for the landfill later, I suppose. Alright, hold on. Don't mind me. I shouldn't be no, sorry. I'm sorry. Stop. No. No, I shouldn't be trusted with this power. However, Stop. Here's the Toxic Yuri you were promised. I'm gonna put down a chest so that I can, put all my stuff. I'm gonna put down a couple of chests. Just to put all my stuff in temporarily. Even the chests will go in the chests. The biggest coal snake I've ever seen. They're all kissing. They love each other very much. Alright, time to pollute the earth. I did a burner only run and never made one this big. I am in awe. It's a thing of beauty, ain't it? It's covering the entire coal patch. Right, let's just check our pollution graph real quick. Yep. Yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting up there. Yeah. Just a bit. And that's not even all of them. If all of them were online, then we'd be in some real trouble. But look at the pollution circle. It's slowly growing. Okay, I said slowly growing. It's growing rather quickly. This is probably the most fun I had this entire playthrough. Is that my original? That's my original car. Hold on a minute. There you are. Here. Some new juice for you. Drink up. Apparently I can drive through trees, Pub said. I mean, kinda, yeah. Post this on r/Factorio. Oh no. What do you mean? What do you mean? This right here is art. This is maximal resource allocation, all right? This is efficiency right here. I'm getting the full yield of this entire patch. Is it using the rocket fuel? I feel like it's not using the rocket fuel. No, it's using it. Full yield? You should have yielded before you started. It's people like you that are the reason we can't make any genuine progress. Alright? You would dare stand in the way of Yuri when it powers our factories? When it powers our very world? Shame. Shame upon you. If you're even capable of feeling such a thing. Alright. Now we need LDS, right? That's it? Just LDS? Because we have all the other stuff. I'm just... Real quick, we're for real. For real? I'm just going to put literally everything in these chests and take only what I want. I want, like, 3 of those. Take all of those. 1, 2. 1... I don't need regular inserters anymore. I don't ever use them. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 3. 3. Take all of that. Take long insert. You're right. I'll take all of them. I'll just take all those too. I'll take those. Yeah, sure. Repair packs. Yep, need those. Chests. Yes, naturally. Take my labs. My nomadic labs. Fuck. Put it all back. Put it all back. I don't know why you took everything. Repair pack, landfills. Those labs. Oil refineries, chemical plants. Put those back. There we go. Okay. Don't leave out regular insert. Okay, fine. We'll take 1 stack of regular insert. Can I make ammo real quick? How much ammo can I make with? How do I destroy? Not enough. 1 moment, please. There we go. Okay. Go. All right. Nice, clean inventory now. All right. So now we need LDS. No, we need blue circuits and LDS. I could probably just make LDS right now because it's a lot easier. So I think we're going to do that. But first, we've been live for 2 hours. Let's take a quick break. Back in 5. Get up, stretch, get a snack, all that jazz. In a few. I'm back. Hello. Hi. It's time for the dulls. It's time for them. We're going to do them. Unfortunately, we don't have any caramel dancing in the background this time. The most that I can offer you is the cold industrial sounds of efficiency. Streaming for another hour? Probably. I think I'm just streaming until I build the rocket, honestly. At this point. Like, I can get this done today, I'm going to get this done today. So, let's get these open. We will not be doing Angle. Angle has spurned me. Yesterday, it was like a 343 degree angle, and I think that amount of specificity is unfair and unwarranted, so I won't stand for it. We'll start with Rattle, which I'm going to try not to read chat for, because I want to do this one myself. So, by the Rolling Stones, Ruby, co-founder of Ruby, daughter of Ruby, second letter from Ruby, an anagram comes before Ruby, singer, actress, Ruby, tool to use on Ruby. Tuesday. Hold on. Wednesday. We got that one done. We can at least get that up. Comes before Wednesday, Tuesday. Publisher of Ruby, singer, actress, Ruby, bury. When you bury someone, they're often in a coffin. I think they use often there, so you get the word association, often coffin with the alliteration. Coffin. Tool to use on a coffin. Norse god of the coffin. Delete the second letter from coffin to get an anagram for a one named singer. No. Tool to use on a coffin. This one I don't know. One named singer. Wednesday. I got no idea for this one, man. Use a hint. Blank in the coffin. Dead? No? I'm looking for chat. Nail in the coffin? Is finished. Okay, well, that all right. Nail. Tool to use on a nail. Maybe. Co-founder of Nail, daughter of Nail, the second letter from Nail. Norse god with a nail. Hammer? I was thinking of fingernail, but yeah, nail. Okay, hammer. Daughter of Hammer. Thor. Norse god with a hammer. Publisher of Thor, Marvel. Co-founder of Marvel, Stan Lee. Daughter of Stan Lee on 60s TV and Now. I don't know who Stan Lee's daughter is. I have a feeling that's the one. I just don't know who Stan Lee's daughter is. If that's the case. Stan Lee didn't have children, I believe. Then maybe delete the second letter? One named Singer. Okay, well, if it's that one... And anagram. Family. Lena? Okay. That is a name. Selena Gomez. Okay, yeah. Gomez, and then daughter of Gomez will be Wednesday Adams, Tuesday. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. What had to use one clue? I don't remember where. But we got it. It was for the coffin one. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Alright. On to Costcodal. On to Costcodal. Which I'm gonna be terrible at. Let's see. Healthy Choice Soup Chicken Variety Pack. 10 of them. 10 soups. Okay. The healthy ones. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, it's probably like at least $1 per. I'm gonna say $9.95. Fucking perfect. Fucking perfect. Easy money. Easiest money in my life. Literally. 1 per. Easy. Easy. Fucking perfect. Alright. Now, the main event. Scrandal. Let's do it. Roast pork and gravy. Double bacon cheeseburger. The prediction is already up. Perfect. Right, easy. I'm not gonna lie. That burger is greasy enough to the point where I'd be like, that's too greasy. However, it is more appetizing than the one on the left. That does look awesome, but the right wins it. These bao buns look awesome. Fuck, though. Those are some of the best looking fries you've ever seen on Scrandal, but these bao... Okay, do the bao lose? Do the bao buns lose because they appear too corporate? Yeah, right. You're right with me, pub. You're right with me, pub. Do they lose because they are too corporate? €3. €3 for these fries. Onion bhaji. Left. Fuck! Oh, no. No. Consumerism wins again. God damn it. Left. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it. I don't even remember what it was. It's gone. That is the most, like, gray curry sauce? That looks like mushy... Right. That looks like mushy peas. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Fuck. Fuck. It's probably left. It's probably left because it's a burger. No, that's not a good look. That's not that. That's a sad burger, and this is one of the best looking pies I've ever seen on Scrandal. That's insane! You're insane! 80% for that? Right. What? What is happening? What's happening? How did... We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Stabilize. This does not look good. This just does not look good. Right. Right. That onion is cut too thick, but right. Left. Those tacos look fucking I would annihilate those right now. Left. Smoking Joe's hot dog. God. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Ugh. That should have been a 9 at least. That should have been a 9 at least. That's crazy. Damn it, man. Damn it. At least the 8 out of 10s didn't win. You're right. At least the 8 out of 10s didn't win. Alright. That's today's Scrandle. Now then. Oh, it's full? We have all the engines we need. Gotcha. Now what? We need to make LDS, and we need to make blue circuitry. We're going to be making 4 blue circuitry. So we need 90 green. We'll just take that right from our line. No, wait. 360 green? We infused it. We have enough. We'll use it from our line. And 36 advanced circuitry. So we get 36 advanced circuitry. 4 of them. 4 of them. Okay. And then we need to make sulfuric acid on site. All right. Just extend the bus over. Give ourselves some room. Give us some room to breathe. Give us some room to breathe. She's 4 whole lanes wide now. All right, she's beefed up a little. All right. So we need, first and foremost, 4 advanced circuitry. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So we're gonna need plastic, more fucking copper cables. You know what? How much am I gonna need? How much copper am I gonna need? 120? How much does this make? 180? Hello. There's another one of you now. Congratulations. You're gonna come down this way. How did I run out of belts? How did I run out of belts? How did this happen? How could this happen? Where are my belts? Yoink. Alright. While we're here, yoink some more of those too. Alright. Coming over this way. Wow, it's so congested there. Holy shit. That can combine with green circuitry, sure. Just because that seems nice and simple. Here we go. I don't like the way it decides to connect to these. There we go. That I can live with. Nice. Okay. Then we also need plastic. Come up like this. One, two, three, four. 2, 4. Also need starters on this side. 4. Go. What am I getting stuck at right now? We need green, red, and sulfuric acid. Okay. How can I do this? Once more onto the breach. I did it more compact earlier. I can do it again. Okay. So that'll be green and red on the same line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. They're going to need an input for sulfuric acid, which we are going to make on site. 2, 3, 4. So, I don't need to go that far. How do I make sulfuric acid? Trees out of the way. I'm gonna run out of belts. No, I'm not. I'm fine. Iron, sulfur, and water. Gotcha. That was a weird noise. Hopefully it picked up, but it probably did. Nothing can ever be simple. Okay, we actually don't want that there. I still need a resource here. Plastic. Go. Start making some red circuits. Alright. Yep, there we go. Alright. Red circuit's done. Now we need to make sulfuric acid. That. There instead. We have room to work here. Sulfuric acid. Where is sulfuric acid made? Surely not in this, right? No, in a chemical plant. So we need a chemical plant. We make sulfuric acid. How much of it do we need? 90. How much does one plant make? 3,000. Okay. Yeah, we will probably have enough of that. If I just had to take a wild guess, we will probably be making enough sulfuric acid to satisfy our needs. Yeah. I think. Hopefully. Here's what I want to do. So these can just go right on along down there. Get a whole nother lane started on the bus. And then you have the pipes just go like that. You're gonna make sulfuric acid, which means you need some stuff. Iron and sulfur. And water. So we will have a belt there. That. Sulfur's coming on up. Fuck. I hate everything here. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Don't worry. I can fix this. Easy does it. Easy does it. It's easy living being me. Okay. Now then. This part. Let's get some water. We'll go up from here. Don't worry, it'll be fine. There we go. We've got water. All right. Now we take the power from here. Put it right there. And that's sulfuric acid. And there is everything we need for blue circuitry. Which I need 200 of. Streamer, no output insert. You're right. My bad. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Please connect in normal ways. Please connect in normal ways. There we go. Blue circuitry done. One belt is missing. Thank you. All right, and then we have this guy here. Putting it in a chest. Oh, wrong one. There you go. Stack 100. We need 2 of them. Right? Okay, so we can make the rocket silo now. So now we just need to make LDS, right? Hold on, that's not what that's... Oh, wait. That's not where you're supposed to go. 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 One moment, please. Sorry. That was almost catastrophic. New bus lane. Woo! That could have been bad. How does that not... Really, dude? Really? Come on. Fine. Two stack. Nope. Get that out of there. Alright. Now we just need to make LDS. How do we make LDS? LDS is... copper, steel, plastic. Well, alright then. Let's make some LDS. Until Jelly sees how much copper you need for LDS. Oh no. I'm sure it's fine. How much do we really need to make per minute? Okay. We make it in... What? Do you have to handcraft it? Assembler? Why is it not listing... Huh. Weird, but okay. How much of this do I need? Just tell me how many assemblers to make. I'm not, this isn't for future knowledge. Just how many do I want to make? Tell me the number and I'll make it. Make 4. Perfect. Okay. So for 4, we'll need 240 copper. How much are we making? That's a pretty significant amount. Okay. I don't know how much of it we're using, but we're probably fine. So, copper, steel, plastic. Copper, steel, plastic. We'll merge steel and plastic because they're both sort of down here. You go here. Make 4 of you. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Two, three, 4. Then like so. Okay. How do I want to do this? I'm going to split this off like that. Trust me. Nice. Figuring out the logistics of how to set this stuff up is really fun in this game, I gotta say. Again, I think I would enjoy this game more if it was, like, constrained puzzles and challenges of how to do things with a set number of, like a set amount of space or a set number of resources or something like that. I think that would be a lot more enjoyable to me. That's a problem. Or... Okay, no, it is a problem. Fuck. Man, just let me do it, though. Just please let me do it. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? There we go. Perfect, no notes. Perfect, no notes. Because I'm not allowing anyone to offer them. There we go. We're making LDS, baby. Alright. Almost done with that. Let me just, I mean, pick the whole thing up, really. Grab 1,000 concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And I need 1,000 steel. Jeez. There's got to be a faster way to do this. Oh, I can do it with my inventory open? Oh, perfect. Okay. We'll just We'll just keep track, I suppose. How's everyone doing? You having a good day? I'm having a good day. I'm happy I'm finally going to get to finish this. This is something that's been weighing on my mind for a hot minute, I gotta say. That's true. I do have some steel in my trash slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. 10 even. Oh, man, I'm good. Alright. And then we just need to wait for you to be done, huh? Well, what can I do in the meantime? Well, I guess we're also waiting for the LDS to craft, right? Yeah, there it is. And bus chan a little bit more. So that I can do one of these real quick. Nice and clean. All right. All right. I think 4 LDS assemblers is going to take a while. We can make more if it's too slow. We can expand upwards. Where are you setting up the silo? Should we set it up here in Yuri Town? You're gonna need 500 each for rocket fuel, blue circuits, and LDS. Oh fuck, that's gonna take a while. Oh, are we not making enough of this? Decorate calculator. Right, you're right. How's that possible? Top assembler isn't out. Oh, okay, yep. Oh. There we go. There we go. That's better. That should move things along just a little faster. 500 each rocket fuel, blue circuits, and LDS. I should have been collecting rocket fuel into a chest this entire time. Fuck, I forgot to set that up, didn't I? I forgot to set that up. You have? I have. Oh, thank God. Okay. Good. Good. Nice. That should be enough. I hope. Okay. Then we need LDS, rocket fuel, and blue circuits. So, okay, alright. So we still want this collecting blue circuits. Well, we want to take all of those. You motherfucker, come on. What can I put in the trash? You can go there for now. Alright. Make it. Crafting time, 80 seconds. You put the LDS... Listen, I can just take it right back out. Where do we put it? Where do we put it? Buy the old rocket? I think that's accurate. I'm surprised you don't get an achievement for crafting the rocket silo? Buy the old rocket so it gets jealous? What? So it gets jealous? Wouldn't get jealous. Okay. It has power. So how does this work? How does this work? Just insert into the building. Gotcha. Put in blue, LDS, and rocket fuel. Alright, so I need how much, he said? Fuck it, we'll just take as much as I can carry. And put the rest back in. 56? Is that right? Oh, chest by the side. Okay, gotcha. Okay. We want... I'd like you to also be connected to the sake of symmetry. We can't really use... Okay. Alright. Do I have those facing the right way? I do. Okay. And then... I need 500 blue circuits and 500 LDS? Is that right? You don't need 500, they lowered the amount? Okay, so how much do I need? Not sure if that applies to the first one. Oh boy. The required amount, still unknown from the sounds of it. We'll set up the same system we have over here. Of course, it's just one too far away. I hate it here. I hate it here so much, bro. Should probably put your silo at the end of the bus so you can pipe your LDS circuits into it. You're probably right. You're definitely right. We will do just that. Because this is a long walk. Oh. Into the trash with you. Okay. Yeah, that copper's looking a little scarce. And it balances out again? Why is that? I'm not going to complain. Okay. Instead of this, we'll put the rocket silo. Where's the rocket silo? Where's the rocket silo? Where's the rocket silo? Rocket silo? There it is. We'll put it here. At the end of bus gen. Um... It's starting. It's starting. Okay. Real quick though, I do want to put all of this stuff back onto the lines. So we're gonna do that real quick. We'll put all those in there. Then the things I do just to make my life easier all just seem to make it harder somehow. Okay, that's empty. This will be empty soon. Looking good. Looking good. Empty. What are you sending into space? Presumably myself? Don't worry. I fixed it. It's perfect now. No need to worry. Make some lights to light the silo. You're right. Where are the lights? Where are the lights? We're getting ready for takeoff. Oh. Oh. It's ready? It's ready? Do I need to wait for that to be finished? Okay. I'm actually pretty excited, I'm not gonna lie. You need to launch something? It can queue more rockets. What am I launching then? What would I launch? Launch your... You know what? You're so right. You're so right. Load it up with kisses. Load it up with kisses. I'll be back. There's some very important cargo to grab. Fuck. Whoops. Oh, right. A middle. Rocket capacity usage 1 ton. Where's my repair kits? There they are. I should probably just have taken a crate or two so that I could put them... Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say. Can't launch a rocket with a space platform starter pack, unfortunately. How do I make a space platform starter pack? Do I need this? Space platform starter pack. Space platform foundation. Do I need steel plates, copper wires? Alright. Grabbing a bunch of steel plates. Grabbing a bunch of copper wires. How much do I need? 60 of... Damn. It's gonna take some time to craft that, so... Damn it! Okay, well then I should automate this. I need to automate this. And then we can send Yuri to the stars. Where it belongs. Red belts, because we have to go extra fast. Assemblers. Power poles. Alright. I didn't grab... Right, red belts because we're going fast. Shit. I do need regular belts to expand the bus, though. And the regular inserter Chan. She deserves to be here, too. Come on, we gotta hurry. Gimme, gimme. Boink. Alright. Why are you calling the coal Yuri? Because they're kissing. They're all sharing kisses with each other. Okay. I got completely side. I stopped what I was doing for 1 second. We're making platforms. We're automating platforms. Alright. We need steel and copper cables. So, we have to make copper cables. How much do we want? We'll shoot for that. 9 per minute. Well, no, because then that would take... That's fine. 9 per minute is fine. No, double it. Give it to the next person. 360. So we need 2 copper cable assemblers. Because these each make 180 per minute, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Go. Then 2, we will feed this directly into... Can I direct insert 2 to 4? I think if I spread them out a little. One, two, one, two. Wire. Base platform. Up like so. 3, 4. Seal's right there. Okay, these need power as well. Okay. Right, no output. Shit. Right, long inserter. And it's going on the bus. Ashes to ashes. I don't know how I didn't get to that myself. +2 for you. God damn it. I don't know how I managed to not say that. That's crazy. Okay. So what can I do while I'm waiting for these to craft? Or do I even need to wait because we only need 60 of them? 60 and then... We'll have them soon. So we need processing units and steel plates. Got them all. Steel plates. Got them all. And now we're just waiting. We're almost there. We're almost there. Produce 500 processing units per hour. We did it. I think that's good. Computer age 1. Let's look at our milestones while we're waiting. Oh, where is it? There they are. A lot complete. A lot incomplete. A lot of sciences we didn't even do. This is how it should be. This is how it should be. Power. Look at this. Didn't need any of this shit. We had all the power we needed. Solar power. What a loveless energy method. What's going on here, pal? What's up? Oh, not enough copper. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. We're just gonna cut that off real quick We don't need all that. Don't worry about it. All of it can go to here instead. It'll fill up eventually. I really want to launch the rocket is the thing. I am extremely excited to launch the rocket and send Yuri to space. Is all. I hope you understand. Oh, the LDS looks like it was actually pretty close to filling up itself. How did it get on both sides like that? Check that you have everything else you need for this. We're already good. I got everything else I need. We're almost there. We're almost there. How is there still not enough copper getting over there? Save some for your brother. Stop hogging all of the copper down here. We have 60. Space platform starter pack. How long does it take to craft? 16 minutes?! It takes 16 minutes to craft?! What the fuck?! That can't be right. That can't be right. From raw material. Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wow. Whew. 60 seconds. All right. I got a little scared there. I'm not going to lie. Just a little scared. We should have crafted it from raw. Just for the fuck of it. All right. It's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time to launch the rocket. You have 2 rockets queued up. One for the starter pack and the other for Yuri. There it is. There it is. Send it! What do we name this space platform? What are we gonna name it? I know exactly what to name it. It's perfect. Is it not? Send it. Off she goes! Off she goes! Safe travels, space platform Chan. Safe travels! And she's gone. And we'll be sending kisses shortly. We did it! Cue the kisses! That's all the kisses we can send. That's all the kisses we can send. Well, so this'll deliver the kisses? Send it! Press M to look at the platform. Will we see whenever they arrive? There they are! This, too, is Yuri. We really did it. We really, really did it. One small step for woman, actually. Thank you, Pub. How dare you try and insert men where they don't belong? How dare you? All right. I think we go up to space. We survey all that is now our domain. And we call it there. I'm pretty sure the first man in space was called Yuri as well. It's true. That's true. It's canon. It's real life canon. Man. It's ready. How's that pollution looking? Bugs were never even a problem. You have to have an empty inventory to go to space? I can't bring any kisses with me? Okay. Including weapons. Oh, come on. What is this, the fucking TSA checkpoint? Jesus, man. Does that include armor as well? Do I need to take my belt off? Armor is fine? Oh, how gracious of you. Alright. Only armor... So I can take my guns on the plane. Come on, man. God. Why can't I travel to the space platform? Trash... Shit, you're right. Can't take trash. Right. It's just guns, so no ammo? Okay. Weapons are fine, but no guns. Can I travel with cargo? No? Okay. Alright. We're off then. Off to go see Space Platform Chan. The engineer weighs exactly 1 ton. That's crazy. We're off! Look at all these trees. You seen all these trees and rocks? Yes. We made it. We made it! There it is. There she is. And there's all the Yuri we sent. Can you believe it doesn't show the planet in the background of the base game without a mod? That's kind of crazy, yeah. Alright. Well, I would call that mission accomplished. There it is. I had a lot more fun with it this time around. I think, in a way, Factorio is kind of, like, more relaxed about ratios than Satisfactory is. Because you kind of can just, like, do whatever in a lot of ways. I liked having the rate calculator to be able to set stuff up and actually get it done in a way that I understood it. I think without that, I would have spent a lot of time flailing and just sort of being frustrated. You do have to think about it very differently, yeah. I like Satisfactory more overall because of how based on ratios everything is. Being able to work within a finite resource and to fully understand how much I have makes things a lot more comprehensible with me. Yeah, Factorio is a lot more about routes and logistics. Satisfactory is more about ratios. Yeah, and I think that the ratios make things a lot more comprehensible for a beginner in the genre. As far as like a first-time factory builder player, Satisfactory is a lot more immediately intuitive, a lot more immediately understandable, whereas Factorio takes a little bit to really understand what's going on. I think the fact that it's inherently based on a second time scale rather than the minutes time scale that Satisfactory presents also makes it feel a little bit overwhelming as a beginner. So when I have the minutes and it's larger numbers that I can understand a lot better, I think that's a lot more fun for me. I ended up really enjoying this, though. I think when I got later into this save and I could start doing the stupid stuff and the stuff that I thought was more fun, like building the giant Yuri mine, I think that was when I started to have more fun with it. Although I do like the bus a lot. Building a bus and then having everything split off of the bus made sense in a way that was both spatially and logistically satisfying. I like that a lot. Satisfactory doesn't have anything like the bus, or rather, the bus isn't a very efficient structure in Satisfactory, so it doesn't really make sense to build one. But I liked it a lot in this game. I love building a bus. It's very fun and very satisfying. I don't think I articulated it correctly before, but I think the difference is that in Satisfactory you build around the resources and you get, while in Factorio you build what you want to get, and then figure out how to get the enough input to fill it out. I agree with that, yeah. Another thing is Satisfactory is working with a pre-generated world rather than a randomly generated world. So when I play Satisfactory, part of the experience is not just making my factory and getting all my ratios sorted and building things and figuring out the correct way to ratio everything to get it done correctly. It is also about exploring the area and not just finding a place where I can build something, but finding a place where it is optimal and interesting to build something. A big part of Satisfactory is the aesthetics of your factory, about setting it up and making it look interesting as well as functional. And I think with the way that Factorio is set up, it is functional, therefore it is interesting. But generally speaking, like, Satisfactory made a lot more sense to me intuitively. And being able to take some time to just work on the aesthetics of everything that I was building and to play around, like, to take a break from automation and optimization to just make something look cool or pretty or fun, I liked that a lot in Satisfactory. I think Factorio doesn't really have, at least from a beginner's perspective, the same systems in place. A lot of the things that you can set up in Factorio are purely based on efficiency. And I like being able to take a break. I like things taking longer to set up in Satisfactory because, for me, that becomes a more relaxing experience. It becomes something that I can just sort of, like, put on a podcast, put on some music, know that I have a task that I'm slowly chipping away at, and know that I can achieve it in a set number, like, just sort of work at it casually. Late game Factorio is so much better than Satisfactory. The quality of life really shows. Yeah, robots seem a lot more efficient than the blueprint system of Satisfactory. I get why you like Satisfactory more. I'm still glad you stuck with this one until space and that you had fun for the most part. Yeah, I think there were moments here and there somewhere in the middle where I started to get a little flustered with trying to ratio everything out, and trying to maximize everything and to make it as efficient as possible in a lot of ways, especially with my oil processing. That really, yeah, ratioing oil processing was rough. You can't really do it in the same way that you can with Satisfactory. Satisfactory, oil processing in Satisfactory is my favorite part of the entire game. Like, 100%, hands down, it is the most fun thing in Satisfactory to me. It just makes perfect sense. You have these limited nodes in these very specific areas that you can use for a handful of things, and it is so simple to understand. It is so easy to ratio everything perfectly and to design this factory around this one resource and to have it just work. I love, love, love oil processing in Satisfactory. So to not be able to ratio everything and to have it be nice and clean and understandable like it was for me in Satisfactory and Factorio is a little frustrating. That's going to be one of the reasons why I think overall Satisfactory speaks to me more. Which is weird that, like, you know, oil processing feels like such a specific aspect of it, but like that's a big part. I like the way that you need to work with fluid logistics in Satisfactory. I think the systems in Satisfactory are a lot more interesting to me. Yeah. Oil processing Factorio is a balance to try and sink the excess byproduct by cracking it. Yeah. Whereas in Satisfactory, the way that it works is you're building everything with the intent of infinite resource, infinite operation. So fluid processing in Satisfactory is not so much, it's not how do I make the most of this resource, it is how do I not only make the most of this resource, but how do I make the most of every single one of the byproducts that it produces as well. What is the maximum amount that I can get out of this, and then how do I sink the excess to keep this machine running at all times? And that's a really fun, really engaging, really interesting challenge to me. Whereas in Factorio, you don't need to worry about pipes backing up and how that might cause your entire factory to start to shut down. You don't need to worry about making sure that you're dealing with all of the byproducts and pushing them somewhere. You don't need to worry about making sure that the power isn't fluctuating. It just sort of works. You absolutely need to worry about that in Factorio? Okay, so then I'm talking entirely out of my ass. But if that's the case, it's not really as intuitive to me. When you do pumps and stuff with certain conditions, it gets better, but that's not really intuitive for new players. Yeah. Fluids in Factorio were far worse before 2.0. It seems like to me, Factorio is a game that gets more interesting the more you understand the minutia of it. It is a high skill floor, higher skill ceiling. Whereas Satisfactory has a relatively low skill floor that ramps up pretty evenly. There are definitely some big jumps in difficulty when it comes to processing. I think, actually, the difficulty curve in Factorio was a lot more even than in Satisfactory. Satisfactory has a lot more big jumps in terms of the milestones that you have. But I also think it does a better job of making those milestones understandable and intuitive for the average player. I think that's generally the biggest difference. I think Factorio is a factory game for someone who loves automation games. It is for someone who understands this genre intimately and wants a game that is really going to just be the automation game. Whereas Satisfactory is much more beginner friendly. It is for getting someone into the genre. It is for helping someone understand how it functions and to feel the appeal of the genre so that they can get more invested in it and most likely move on to an automation game that is more specific to what they enjoy in Satisfactory. So for me, if there was an automation game that was more focused on fluid dynamics and on processing byproducts and making sure that your system is this nice, tight, enclosed, perfect running machine, that would be the one for me. Even with the new stuff in Space Age, there are some aspects of Factorio you don't have to dig really into unless you play with big mods. Yeah, this seems like a massive game. There seems like a lot that you can get done without even having to engage with a lot of things. I mean, hell, I didn't really even need to do trains. I could have just built a big belt, which would have been ugly, but it would have worked. I'm pretty sure that's what Joe did, right? He didn't set up trains. He just did big belts. Yeah. I had a good time this time around. I had a lot of fun. This is the Factorio finale. I might pop up every once in a while with like a stream just to, if I continue to play in the off time, I'll, you know, pop up with a stream. I'll show my progress. I'd like to get back to that with Satisfactory as well. I never did finish building nuclear power, and I still think about that sometimes. I'd really like to get that done sometime. My big problem with Satisfactory is that at a certain point, the aesthetics can get in the way of building a larger project. It can become a problem where I have spent so much time making sure that everything I build looks good, looks cool, looks interesting, looks cohesive, that building my next part of the macro factory requires me to do a lot of aesthetic work that gets in the way of just wanting the thing to be done. Right now, the problem that I'm running into is I'm building a lot of train lines to efficiently transport a lot of smaller resources to a second location where they can be assembled. And my problem is that train stations in Satisfactory are really ugly. They're really big, they're really obtuse, it's really hard to try and get a train station to look good in Satisfactory, and that gets in the way of me being able to build stuff because it has to look good, otherwise I don't feel good, and I can't get it done. So that's where I was at with Satisfactory. I know I was building a miniature train line. I had an aqueduct built and everything. I was really excited to get it done, but then I just got stuck on how do I want this to look, and then that was the end. So I think I'll pop up every once in a while with Factorio and Satisfactory streams. If you know we're in the middle of a game, if I just feel like streaming on a weekend and I just want to show off what I've been working on. But for now, this is going to be the end of Satisfactory. So, let's raid mouse. And that will be the stream. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everyone giving me a lot of help, giving me a lot of, sorry, the end of Factorio, yeah. I appreciate everyone giving me a lot of help, being really patient with me when I was trying to figure things out. Not backseating too much. There was a little bit of it here and there, but for the most part, you guys were making sure to, like, only really offer information if it seemed like I was struggling with something or if I asked, which I really appreciate. I think what happened a lot with the first time I streamed this was I didn't understand really anything, and people started to like bicker a lot back and forth trying to give me information, and I didn't understand enough about the genre at all or how this game worked at all to understand the information they were trying to give me. But this time around I had a lot more grounding, and I had a much better time with it. So, again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, have a good one, folks. See ya.